Today, there is a focus on the Glenn County Courthouse in South Georgia, nearly 2 weeks into jury selection for the 3 men on trial for the death of Ahmaud Arbery. Attorneys for the trial are struggling to seat enough jurors that haven't already made up their mind about this case. And joining us now is attorney Jamie White of White Law PLLC, here to talk more about the jury selection. Of course, we're now on the 10th day. How often does this happen that it takes this long, or really for a case like this that has received so much media attention, that has become so emotional for people on all sides? Is this something that was expected?
Well, so to your first question, this is unusual. It's not unusual to seat a couple hundred people and try to work through and seat 12 with a couple of alternates over the course of a few weeks. But the process that they've taken is very unusual. I've never seen it before, in the sense that they're basically pre-screening jurors, and then once they get into the 64, they'll actually get into jury selection. In my opinion, that was a mistake because where we are right now, they're having a difficult time, getting even to the 64. So, what is it going to look like trying to seat 12 at this point? So very unusual. And then I guess to the second part of your inquiry, so this community is very close, and, at least public reporting is that many of the jurors have indicated they know the defendants, they know of the defendants. And so I don't think this task of seating the juror is going to get any easier anytime soon. I think it's going to become more difficult. And we haven't even gotten into actually seating the jury.
But in terms of, again, a case like this that has received a widespread attention, obviously it's a case where you have 3 men who are from that local community. They defend that they were under the impression that Ahmaud Arbery was a criminal, that he had possibly robbed a nearby home, I believe was the case. And then this black man who was killed, and we saw the video happen. Is there going to be any way to find jurors who've either never heard of this case or can make a fair decision about it?
So to your first question, they're not going to find jurors that have not heard of this case. In fact, if somebody has not heard of this case, whichever side of the table you're on, I don't know that you want them on the jury. I mean, that their head is in the sand somewhere. So the goal is going to be to try to find 12 people with, I presume, 2 alternates who will agree to follow the law. The idea that they have not heard about this case and do not have preconceived notions, whether it's defense related or prosecution related, is just not realistic. What you really need is intelligent people that agree that they know something about it. They maybe have seen the video, they maybe have seen some news reports, but they will follow the instructions from the court. That is the goal. And it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult in this case.
All right, Jamie White, thank you so much for the reality check. We appreciate your time this morning.